hard to capture, extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifested. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my sacred life.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, bringing you guys another discussion for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, the manga. And for anime only fans, just as a quick update, this is the time of the month where a lot of the content on the channel is going to be spoiler heavy. And one final thing to take note of is the fact that the Boruto chapter comes out on the same day as the anime episode this week. So I will be doing the anime episode first, and then I'll be doing the manga review later on that day. So you guys will get the episode review in the morning. I'm going to wake up early enough to where you guys can get it before probably 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So with all that being said though, if you're still here, I'm assuming you're okay with me talking about spoilers. So literally, I just get done editing the last video, right? I get done editing the last video about the first set of spoilers where Sasuke gets his Rinnegan destroyed by Boruto Isshiki, and then more spoilers start coming out. And this completely throws me off. Because I was not expecting to get as much of the chapter this soon. You know, with Boruto, we get a little bit, but at the same time, it's been a while since we've actually gotten the whole chapter leaked out, or in this case, we've gotten key moments from the chapter leaked. And based on everything we've gotten, it looks like all the stuff looks like it's going to be towards the tail end of the chapter. But in this newest set of leaks, it actually turns out that we have a major character who is dying, and the timing for this character's death is very, very surprising to me for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's very surprising just given the fact that I didn't expect Jigen or Isshiki Otsutsuki to go out in this manner. I expected him to be defeated. I expected him to be killed, but I did not expect him to be, in the words of Kawaki, killed off by his own vessel. This is absolutely nuts, and I gotta say, I like the little twist that Masashi Kishimoto put on this. So as a reminder, Ikimoto is still doing the art. However, the story itself is being done by Kishimoto, and the thing I definitely gotta say that I like on this is that Kawaki actually uses a little bit of strategy in order to take down Isshiki, and it's not one of those things where it's like, how the hell can Kawaki take out Isshiki? They weren't sitting there swapping hands and everything. This wasn't like something you saw in the Saiyan saga of Dragon Ball. Gohan was fighting a very weakened Vegeta. It wasn't a situation like this. Instead, Kawaki's using shadow clones. He's using fire changing chakra nature, which is very, very interesting that Naruto taught Kawaki changing chakra nature, which shows that Kawaki is a very talented shinobi. But the other thing is that because Kawaki used that shadow clone during that time when Isshiki's Byakugan was not able to track him down, Isshiki placed his karma seal onto Kawaki's shadow clone, and Kawaki was able to keep that shadow clone up long enough, and he played against Isshiki's arrogance that Isshiki didn't realize that something was going on until Isshiki was on the verge of death. That is freaking brilliant. That's brilliant. That takes us back to part one of Naruto, where it's always the move behind the move, and you can't really take your eyes off of something until the very last minute. It's the little small things like that that I personally have missed when it comes to Boruto as a manga. The anime kind of plays with that stuff a little bit, but if we're just being real, if you look at the Boruto manga, part of what has kept the Boruto manga from just really feeling like a true successor to the Naruto franchise is the fact that the fights are more Dragon Ball fights. As somebody that has read the Dragon Ball manga, I can kind of catch the references, and when you look at this, this feels like something Kishimoto would have done, where in part one, it's one of those things where it's a lighthearted finish where the character that is in the battle is showing off the complexity of the strategy and taking advantage of the enemy's hubris, and they're in that situation where you as the reader are looking at it and you're like, damn, that was pretty clever right there. And it just has a happy ending to the fight. It's not like the stakes are super high. They're high, but they're not like the end of the world high. And so I like this this right here. Now, in this case, it is one of those things where, oh, well, if Isshiki puts the karma seal on Kawaki, it's going to be a very dreadful situation. But the reason why I say that this is different in this tone, while I have not actually read the whole chapter, when you start seeing stuff like this and then you read some of the follow-up information where everybody's getting together and they're laughing and they're having a good time, that's what I mean when I say it kind of brings me back to that part one vibe of Naruto. That was a very welcome addition right there. That was very welcome. Just in the 2 chapters that Kishimoto has taken over things, you've seen improvements, whether it be them slowing down the actual fights themselves and kind of living in the moment a little bit and bringing more of those panels with more of a pop, or putting more strategy into the actual fights in the manga. I know a lot of you guys are converting over from the anime, but in the manga, the fights weren't necessarily like that. It was really whoever was the strongest, and it was a bunch of taijutsu and that type of stuff there. So I really like that little addition there. Now, the thing on this though that has me very, very concerned though is it looks like they're pivoting back to Momoshiki as being that big boogeyman antagonist, and it really makes me wonder if Kishimoto has a different thing in mind for Momoshiki, if Momoshiki is going to be that overarching villain. Because I thought that Isshiki, I thought that there was enough there to where if you actually started diving into the philosophical reasons behind the character, and it wasn't one of those things where we ourselves needed to use headcanon to get how he views other characters and races and his goals and everything, but if we actually took some of Kishimoto's own writing and applied it to the character Isshiki, I thought that there was more for that character. I thought that the dynamic of having one Otsutsuki inside of one vessel and another inside of the other vessel, I thought that that was going to be an interesting type of power play. So it looks like Kishimoto has moved off of that. And so the thing that tells me is if Kishimoto felt that comfortable killing off a character in Isshiki, somebody who has gotten a lot of heat, to borrow a wrestling term, he's gotten a lot of heat in this Boruto fandom because he's dog walked Naruto and Sasuke on several occasions, and he's made Sasuke his own personal bitch. I thought for a second that Kishimoto was going to do something more with them because of how complex Kara is, and what this tells me right here is that they're more than likely going to be diving deeper into the Otsutsuki clan in order to kind of flesh out that story a little more, and it's going to make me wonder what was Momoshiki's role in that clan, because we don't have a clear defined thing. And the fact is that even Momoshiki says, I did not think that you guys would be able to take out somebody like Isshiki. So that's kind of confirming that Isshiki's stronger than Momoshiki right there, which it does make a lot of sense given how easily he dog walked Naruto and Sasuke. But to kill off Isshiki in this manner, it really makes me just kind of question where this is going. But again, I have enough goodwill built up with Masashi Kishimoto just based off of what he did with the Naruto franchise that I know whatever he's working towards, if we can get there, I think the payoff is going to be worth it. But this is one of those times where you just kind of gotta ride with it. Now, I got conflicted emotions on this because again, I thought that Kodachi didn't do the best job with Isshiki as a character, and because this is how the character ends, I think that outside of a few Chad moments, you have to look at the character and say that this was not a great character. Take out the Chad moments and the moments where you say, oh shit, that was kind of cool right there. Oh shit, that was, you know, a fun moment right there. There's no depth to the character. Again, we have to use headcanon in order to get to it. So I think that killing off this character, I think that this says that Kishimoto looked at it and said that this character is beyond redeeming. So that's gonna be interesting right there, man. Like I said, I have mixed emotions on this. However, I want to know from you guys, how do you guys feel about Isshiki being killed off? And do you think that having Kawaki kind of outsmart Isshiki in this manner was something that is the best payoff for it, and it's kind of like a poetic irony? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.